So you want to make that epic film and you have no money. All you have are your friends, your wits, and whatever gear you could beg, borrow, and steal. So how do you do it? I recently ran into this on a client-based project where the budget was stupid low, but I still had to blow the client out of the water.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason.
I'm Jason Satterland. I've been writing and directing feature films, commercials, music videos, and TV shows since the turn of the century, and I'm here to help you sharpen your skills and take your game to that mastercraft level.
The first step in the process to make your work look epic is to let go of the amateur mindset that it takes money to design shots. That is absolutely untrue.
Is it really so hard to believe?
More often than not, what I see happening is people will pick the way the camera moves based on their budget and their time. They'll either grab a handheld or throw it on sticks just because, oh, we don't have time to set up the shot. This is absolutely not the way the master craftsman works. Each camera shot should be designed. If you look at the greats, there is a reason why they look the way they do, because every shot is designed. Every movement has a purpose to it. If you're working on a budget and you don't have Panavision to use and you don't have that amazing actor in front of it to sell everything, the way you move that camera is essential. Now with ours, we only had the gear that could fit into my car. Our budget was so tight, we had two people. The producer had to be the actor. We could not throw money at our problems. Every single frame had to be perfectly designed. The high-low, near-far rule. Most of us walk through life roughly somewhere between 5 and 6 feet tall, as a general rule. That means my eyes are sitting here about 5 foot 10 inches, something like that. I'm looking at my entire life at this level. We're setting the camera on these tripods or dollies at a level that's comfortable to operate, right? What that means is the image just looks kind of normal, kind of ordinary, because everybody sees life this way. But if you think about high, low, near, or far, use that when you're setting up your camera. So, high. Take a look at Robert from the eye level. It's fine. It's fine. It's ordinary. It's normal. Now look at him from on high. Looks slightly different. An angle we're not quite used to. Or how about down low? He looks heroic. He looks masculine. He looks, dare I say, sexy. Let's take a look at near. Up close, super tight. These are also things that our normal eyes aren't used to seeing. Far is exactly the opposite. Little tiny person in a great big image, or massively telephoto, where they're compressed against their entire looming background. These are ways to take normal life and shifting it so it has a slight cinematic, magical quality to it. And that's what you need as the master craftsman. The camera is the roller coaster seat that your audience is sitting in. So however that thing moves, handheld or a crane, what is going to convey the emotion the best? Is it a gimbal? Is it a drone? Is it a crane? Is it sticks? Do you want steady, rock solid, nothing moving in the frame so it's like the camera is right now? Or is it good to have some sort of elegant moving shot? Think about all these things before you even get on that set. So take a look at the difference between these two shots. This shot is just shot on a gimbal. This is what I call hosing down the scene. Now notice the difference between this and a very specific dolly move. The way the camera is pushing into his face right now is creating a certain kind of emotion. And he's not even really acting. He's just thinking about his grocery list. This is done on a Dana dolly, pushing in a very distinct, elegant way. We did this all the time on our short, and it worked like gangbusters. Now, the gimbal is great, and it's a good tool, but if you just go out there and just move the camera around without any purpose to it, this is you trying to figure it out in the edit and no plan. The lower your budget is, the more specific you need to be about how the camera will move. Take a look at some of the work of Bradford Young and Greg Fraser. Greg Fraser did Batman, Bradford Young did Selma, Most Violent Year. What you'll notice is there's always seems to be something going on in the atmosphere. But you say, we have no money. How are we going to do that?
Free your mind.
On our film, I really wanted to have that kind of texture, but we didn't have power most of the time. We weren't connected to anything. I used this. This is an insect fogger, and what they use these for is going out in the fields and spraying down, bushes and things like that. And what's great is there's no wires or anything connected. This is all done on propane. I had 2 of these, and I had my wife actually walk around in the woods, fog out the distant background. It gave us a lot of texture moving through the back of the frame. It's just something else that just draws your eye and helps paint this great image. Paint a across your entire image. That means not just your subject and how they look and how they're standing, but what's up close to your image, what's far away, what's up in the corners. Take a look at a few of these shots from the masters and notice how they are using every inch of the frame to tell a story. And when you look at the grades, one thing you may notice is that oftentimes there's a slight breeze blowing, which is pushing the hair around, moving the clothing. It's just another way to add more movement to the frame. It's another painting technique. And you can do it using one of these. Simple battery-powered leaf blower with a dimmable switch. What this allowed me to do was to place this just off camera, and I could kind of point it into the actor's face just to give a little movement to his clothing. Once again, we're painting around every side of the image, every little place that I can. We also made his costume some very light fabric that would flutter in the breeze, because if he's just standing there in a t-shirt like this, you're not going to see anything. You'll also notice that oftentimes they'll have lens flares. This is a result of the subjects often being backlit, usually by the sun. And it's something very, very easy to do that, guess what, doesn't cost you any money. This is so simple and it seems so dorky, but it's just a simple flashlight. And all I did was I would hold it off camera, but certain lenses, beautiful with lens flares, and you can actually really do some artistic things with it. You combine this with a little smoke, a little wind, and suddenly your image starts to like morph, it starts to transform, it becomes something artistic. You're painting every pixel. It's just one more little tiny gleam that you can add onto your image that is very, very effective. I'll be doing more of a deep dive into some of these subjects on future videos, so stay tuned. I'm Jason Satterlund. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this was helpful. Now, if you want to see more tips and tricks on filmmaking, you can take a look at this playlist over here. And if you want to see the short film that this whole thing was based on, take a look up here. Leave a comment, leave a like, give us a subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And we will see you next time.